Next up here is Momo. Momo is not an ideal setup. I don't have many to choose from today, so I'm forced with doing some of these red hammer candles. Volume does confirm there were participants in the trade. Shows a decent amount of weakness because it took out this previous support, so it now has put in a new lower low in relation to this initial move anyways. Next up would be a lower high. As long as it doesn't break 46, it's actually probably going to start turning bearish. The overall long-term chart does imply that it is ready for a pullback, or at least due for a pullback. The fact that it pierced the 50 means there's not as much strength there as there could have been, and bulls may be losing some strength. Now going forward here, because the majority of my trades are bullish, see a couple of possible pattern plays here for the long side. Two inverted head and shoulders type of patterns here, essentially from this on Wednesday, formed a left shoulder, neckline, head, and now we may be forming a right shoulder. And this may void completely if it gets down below 38, and it wouldn't really apply anymore. But also today, specifically, it put in a left shoulder here, head, and a right shoulder here. The measure move of this one was a break above 38.10 roughly. Should carry it up to about 39.50. So my initial play on the open is actually going to be a move above. Actually, let me use a trend line here. I'm going to be looking for a move above here that would hold essentially this range and stay above it. So I'm looking for a long over 38.65. And stop just on the other side of that triangle there. Initial price target is going to be 39.50. The overall larger pattern here, if this does play out as an inverted head and shoulders, this whole pattern measured move is basically up to the neckline, which I'd call the neckline closer around 38.75 to 36.50, which is $2.25 difference. So a break of here, 38.10, excuse me. You'd add 250 to that, so I'd put the measure move for that at about 40.30. And we'll see what happens tomorrow on this play.